Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It has once again been a while, but I have something very exciting to share today. It is my first digital kit that is available for purchase up on Etsy. So it's already live. You can already go purchase it. I thought I would make a little video to just show you how they print out and what they look like. Hopefully the lighting is good and you can see the patterns really nicely. I've been fiddling with the lighting. I don't have a permanent filming setup right now. It's a little bit difficult, so whenever I need to film, I need to just kind of wing it and set it up. So hopefully this is good. You might also hear my little girl in the background. I apologize for that, but if I don't film this right now, I won't get any other time. She is running around outside here pretty close by to where I'm filming, so yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so let's get into the kit. So what you will get is 18 printable pages. They are A4 sized. You can print them out in other sizes. They are JPEGs, so they're images. So you can resize them to whatever size you would like. I just designed them as A4 printables. And it's a distressed ledger kit is what I called it, specifically for writing. So the lines of the ledger are specifically, to write on. I just thought that the ledger looks a little more interesting than just plain old lines for writing paper. And I layered some backgrounds on it and some distressing. So they're pretty plain, and because the purpose of them is for writing, to have more of a blank canvas for your journaling. So you can see the pattern there, the ledger background. So there are more than one version of the same pattern as well. Some with lightly distressed corners that looks like it's aged, and one without. And then there are some with some embellishments on them. That's the first one. Here is the second. I think this pattern is my favorite. I got the idea for this when I made like the background and the logo for my shop, and I did make something similar for my journals earlier, my personal journals, and I just wanted to expound on that. So this one is the same pattern as the previous one, but you can see it's just a little more distressed. So you can look at the difference there. Also in the color. We have that one. So this one, oh no, this one does have, I made one without a background pattern. That's just a ledger and some distressing, but this one does have a background. So you can also see that it has the white border. This is not a design element. This is a printer thing. So my printer cannot print full bleed. It will have a little white border, regardless of the size or what you print. And you can just cut that off. I will show you a page where that is cut off. So there's that same pattern as the previous one, but just no aging and distressing. Really hope these pick up well. So here's the page. It's also cut out, so I removed the white border. This one has no background. It's just the distressing and the ledger. I really like this. It's very versatile. So these pages, like I said, were designed with journaling, writing pages in mind. If you make your own journals, to give you just more blank space to be able to write, which the lines of the ledger, makes that easy. But it's also just a pretty background paper or an end paper. Or you can use it to make envelopes or make other crafts, collages, or whatever you would like. And we have this one. It's a tiny little floral pattern. I really like this one as well. And the next one, this one, the pattern has more of a green kind of tinge to it. Hopefully you can see that. This one is the same pattern again without the distressing around the edges. Kind of just depends on what you're going for, you know. So here we have one of the same pages that I showed you earlier. So let me just get that. Here we are. So it's the same page, but this one just has embellishments, goodness, on the corners, which you can use for page numbers, or, you know, that was kind of what I was thinking. You can put page numbers in there, and also they just look pretty as a design element, you know. And then I made one with it in each corner. When I showed the page to my husband, he said he really liked it with, you know, on all the corners, because it's very symmetrical. That is something that my husband would totally say. So there's it on all four corners. So, I mean, you know, you can doodle in here, you can put page numbers, and like I said, it's just pretty. Here is the next one. This is also the pattern that I showed you first. So this page, same pattern, but it has the distressed on the edges, and then it has also two little design elements. So when I was designing these, I thought about the fact that you're going to fold them in half and most likely bind them into a book. So they are pretty. If this was the center fold, it's really pretty like that, but it's also, you know, almost perfectly in half with that red line, so that you have a really nice page when it is folded. So I was thinking in those practical terms, and I was thinking about things that I would like to use to make a journal, or what I would like to journal on, and things that I haven't been able to find, you know. So there might be something similar to this. There's a lot of work out there, so, you know, it is quite possible that there's something similar out there, but I didn't look at any examples or anything. I was just using the elements that I had, the digital elements that I had, that I all got off the Graphics Fairy, by the way, from the premium membership site. And I just played around and made things that I thought was pretty and that I would like to use and journal on. So this is another one of my favorites. It has the little frames that look like they were kind of watermarked or burned into the page. I really like that. So if you want to keep the exact page, so this is A4, then you can always ink the white edges. You don't have to cut them. You know, so that's also a possibility. And I was also thinking about that you can print these double-sided, so that you have, you know, front and back. You just have to make very sure of your printer settings, because that is not really a part of the digital file. That is a printer issue. So you have to make sure, if your printer setting says top edge binding, then you have to flip your, you know, which way you have to flip your page, if you have to manually add your pages back in your printer to print on both sides. So that's how mine works. I have to manually rotate the pages so that I can print on both sides. And there are settings that you have to, you know, make sure are correct when you want to do that. I'm not sure how it works if you have a printer that automatically prints both sides. You know, that is something you're going to have to figure out with your printer. I hope in the future to have more printing tips. I have an Epson Eco Tank, so I can give advice on how that one works. If you guys, you know, maybe want a video on printing and advice on that, I can definitely do some troubleshooting and some experiments, and, you know, based on my printer. But other than that, you're going to have to make sure your settings are correct for what you have in mind, especially with the double-sided printing. So here we have another flourish. So it looks similar, but it's not the same. It's also an oval, but it's not the same. So you can see there's a difference in the design of it. I also have this one with smaller corners. Yeah, here we go. So same page, but smaller and in all the corners. This one is another one that has a kind of like a watermark or a stain or a burn. I love that effect. I think I'm going to do a lot with that effect on future digitals. And then we have this plain. So if you look at my Etsy store and you see my logo that says Antique Anna, the background is this. I just love how this pattern came out. It's one of my favorites. And like I said, I was inspired by it, and I wanted to make an entire kit that kind of matched that aesthetic and that idea. And I just love ledger paper, to be honest. And here's the last one. So this is the first page that I showed you. It didn't have the aging and like the distressing. This one does. Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. So this is the plain one without any of the distressing, and then this one has the distressing around the corners. So those are the pages. Like I said, there are 18 of them, and they are now up on my Etsy store. I will leave a link down below for my store. I have plans to use this same theme of like the distressed ledger papers to create envelopes and journaling cards and journaling pockets, and also some labels and stickers that kind of go with this. So my plan is to list the pockets and envelopes and journaling cards as a separate kit, and then also the labels and stickers as a separate kit. So those are the ones that will be coming hopefully very soon. And then I thought that I would upload them in one master kit. So where you get the papers, the pockets, the envelopes, the journaling cards, and the stickers all in one. That is what is upcoming at the moment that I am working on. Yeah, so that is my little share for today. I really hope it came out well and you could see the patterns well, and that you guys maybe want to go grab them and use them in your journals. I'm very excited actually to use them, bind them into a book. I am thinking about also making a video tutorial on how to make an easy journal just using what you have, because I have very limited supplies. I have mentioned in videos before that my supplies got lost in the mail when we moved back from Korea to South Africa. Back to South Africa from Korea, and all my supplies got lost. So I'm working with very minimal stuff right now. So I was thinking of doing a video about, just using what you have and making a journal. Or if you have to go buy something, that you have to just buy the bare minimum. I was thinking about maybe using a cereal box or file folders, something really simple. Oh, that was a message. I hope you didn't hear that sound. Oh, sorry, I forgot to turn the sound off on my phone. You can tell I haven't filmed in a while because I forget to do these little things that end up interrupting. But okay, so this is the kit. It is available right now, like I said. Thanks for stopping by in my videos. I am really going to try to create more video content for you guys. Definitely more digitals that will be up for grabs. My 3 books are still also available in my Etsy store if you want to go look at those and maybe grab one of those. Thanks so much for your time, and I will hopefully see you guys very soon. Bye, everyone.